I am a universal divine being, a divine delegation of universal, natural law and absolute unalienable rights of self-determination. The universal nation of Gpms.world has reached a universal population of over 62,000 people and rapidly growing towards this full system being implemented for humanity worldwide. We are currently in a ratification process of collecting the majority vote through obtaining each individual's consent, which is their agreement, and hence their for vote. The majority consent worldwide ratifies and automatically enacts into full law the Gpms.world system for the entire planet. This law of Gpms.world cannot be contested nor diminished, for it contains the full merit of all-inclusive and do not harm. Morality, which is the basis for real law, is the core of the lawful stature of Gpms.world, while all existing artificial law, man-made law, does not contain the basis of do no harm, and is inferior law that compromises and damages the individual's security to eradicate the inflicted harm and hardship the capitalist system caused to humanity. We are simply replacing the entire system with the humane divine system of Gpms.world. The value identity is being restored to the individual. This intrinsic value is instantly unlimited and unhindered in its creation of money to fulfill the all-inclusivity and do no harm aspects of Gpms.world. Gpms.world is guaranteed by a force much greater than any man-made effort. It is guaranteed by Prime Creator God, which has omnipotent and omnibenevolent jurisdiction. Rick Jewers. General one question that often comes up regarding GPMS. Is Gpms.world not simply another version of Gesara Nesra quantum financial system? The answer: there is no military side to GPMS. GPMS does not do anything in secret without the full knowledge of the people. GPMS inception is contingent upon the full acknowledgement of each individual choosing to stand in their own sovereignty and making their voice heard. Nesra Gesara QFS are military based operations done in secrecy except for those with eyes to see and maybe a military intelligence background to understand. GPMS is fully transparent, and everything is done in the open with the full consent and knowledge of everyone. GPMS fundamentally states that the people are the value. It removes the value from an external material, which can be manipulated at a later date, and places that value intrinsically inside each and every one, and more so recognizes that value to be equal. All infrastructure, essential services, etc. belong to and are under the control and guardianship of all the people equally and are supplied free of charge. GPMS recognizes the divine spark within each divine soul and knows how powerful and valuable that truly is. In doing so, there is no requirement for secrecy, profit, greed, power, authority outside of the self. All of these things, the collective of humanity will learn to step into, and this starts with the knowing that each is infinite in value and equal in that value. These points are most certainly not made in the other stories, which maintain a looping, manipulable, and disempowering narrative. Once you get past the handout stage of offering each a large amount of money initially, for their compliance to be enslaved again in the mid to longer term. GPMS also recognizes that each child too has a voice, so all peoples, all belief systems, all ages are included, fundamentally. An initial and possibly cursory view of GPMS versus the stories, there may well seem to be similarities, but once the surface is truly scratched, They are chalk and cheese, or rather divine and not so divine, per se. GPMS also focuses on our unalienable rights and divine law, which bring about more freedom than the monetary aspect. The Philippines team have slowly gotten the momentum of growing organically from the grassroots of the societal hierarchy just by getting the divine inspiration from the love energy emanated by the GPMS collectives, without being nudged by some leadership, but solely by the higher self of each. I, as an observer, have witnessed these transpiring first on my personal, and now on several divine brothers and sisters from various regions of the country who don't even know of me personally. I'm seeing the 100th monkey effect now at play in the Philippines as we grow in the number of volunteers doing whatever they can contribute for humanity. To cite just a few of whom I come to know because of GPMS. A divine sister now having some health issues who lives in Manila took courage on her own and went to 4 different provinces in the northern part of the country to share GPMS to people she knew in the area. A divine sister from Belgium now residing in the south spending her retirement years in a farm, also taking effort of encoding the names of people she shared GPMS to. Despite being questioned about what authority she has by some members of other organizations for doing such volunteerism. A divine sister in the Middle East we call an OFW is sharing GPMS to her relatives in the south. And now they are sending lists of names for encoding because internet signal is a challenge for them to do it on their own. A divine brother living in Texas is in active support of sharing and motivating those who are on the Facebook group and messenger chat groups of GPMS Philippines representatives team. We are maintaining several chat groups for each main region to encourage building rapport amongst them, minimizing the challenge of language barrier. Cause it adds to their confidence that they know someone who they can talk about GPMS in their own native tongue, as there are more than 170 languages, dialects and subdialects spoken in the archipelago. So with all of these components to complete the Philippines scenario. Not to mention that most of us have been enlisted as beneficiaries of several organizations and foundations with lots of benevolent ideas promises for Filipinos being the most wealthy recipients, as they are made to believe. With that kind of mindset, it makes the populace open and ready for GPMS divine plan implementation in the very near future. And so it is. Canada-US time for change. Gpms.world Zoom room. Every evening 7 p.m. Toronto time. Please see the Zoom room link, https turtle-island.ca. All the world united. Discussions divine universal natural law, divine plan, do not harm, worldwide autonomy system, peace, love, abundance. We are equal, born free, God-given rights decree, no borders. We are divine, we are one, as all is one. Guardian Beatrice Dumitrashku. Croatia love will set us free. Fear will be destroyed by love. This is already happening. Most of the people feel it. Right now, the way we choose was very hard, but it was really necessary to wake our feelings and connect with our intuition. Then we find love. We give love to ourselves and then spread love on entire planet. This makes sense. Love, love, love. Dario Jurasevic. USA. The people of the USA are fully prepared to begin uniting in a more rapid manner. The pressures caused by stress and fear of being in lack has served its purpose. The civilians of the USA are ready to live in their sovereignty and claim their divine birthrights to live in abundance and freedom from evil governments and corporations who intentionally harm others. The political spectrum has a new way to vote, and that's to vote for humanity and the liberation of every soul upon the planet, activating each individual's intrinsic value. The people see that they have to build their bridge of unity with other people of their own country as the consciousness expands throughout all continents and the USA joins their global family. GPMS is the Creator's will and is growing stronger as more unite. The universal nation of sovereignty has voted together to live in peace and live by the higher moral ethics of do no harm and service to others. All faiths, all religions, all media, all education institutions are assimilating from fear to love. GPMS will liberate all souls from debt and capitalistic exploitation. We the people choose to make sure our brothers and sisters of the world are all rescued from stress and poverty consciousness. Together we are strength in numbers. The GPMS USA numbers increase due to the energetic responsibility ones begin to feel after their soul's alignment. It begins to be easy, and all the pieces fall into place now. UK, we are witnessing a few consents coming in from the UK each week. From my observation, many beautiful souls have, and are, realizing the deep level of fraud and corruption within the current control system. It is becoming apparent that the government, and its various branches and third parties are operating more like a mafia system than a system that looks after its people. Many of these souls, from what I am witnessing, are either attempting to stand their ground or fight against the current control system on various levels and through various means within the legal structure, a structure that does not even recognize them as being living beings. Ones that are standing their ground, which is beautiful, courageous, and honorable, are finding that they don't really have the necessary supportive numbers in their immediate vicinity, which makes them vulnerable and easily targeted by these bullies. It is my hope that these brothers and sisters will soon realize that the current system will not change. I have faith that they will eventually truly understand the beauty of Gpms.world and that it is the divine solution upon the planet at this time. Jenny. India individuals from India are expressing their consent and support for GPMS as they recognize its role in uplifting humanity and restoring their inherent and unalienable rights and freedom. GPMS is perceived as a platform that will facilitate the abundance of wealth, health, happiness, love, prosperity, and access to free energy technologies for its participants. Recent updates indicate substantial numbers of individuals, including Karambala, Sheila, and their team, have been actively involved in promoting GPMS during their visits to various relief centers in Manipur, where a crisis has been unfolding. Many people they have interacted with are recognizing and embracing GPMS, and this has fostered mutual support and a collective commitment to its advancement.